Now my video has been working all the time, and now it's not working. Hey Ambrose, welcome. Thank you. I'll just unmute. Just give me a second. Just give me a little second here. Ambrose, can you hear me? Hello, Ambrose. No, because I muted him. Because this is what I know. Hi, Ambrose. Welcome to this training. This is John Hillary. I don't know if you can hear me. I can't get your audio. Oh my God. Oh, Deborah, welcome. Deborah, welcome to the training. This is John Hillary. I am wondering if if you guys can hear me, please type in the chat box down here, because somehow I can't hear your audio. I just want to make sure you guys can get me okay. Please use the chat room because I somehow can't get your audio. Please use the chat room in case you can hear me. Just type something here. So I have Ambrose and Deborah. All right, I expected more people to join us in the meeting, and I think they will join us with time. But for now, as we wait for them, I want us to get started. But I need confirmation that you guys can hear me first, and then we can get started. Can you hear me? Please type something if you can hear me. Please reply to this message. If you can hear me. Deborah, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Ah, okay, fine. I have your audio finally. All right, so we'll get started. We expected 2 more people, but I think they're getting late and it's already 3 minutes past the time. So I just want to, this is going to be a real quick one. I don't know if you can see that PowerPoint presentation on your screen. And this meeting is just going to be a simple one, about 15 minutes. I want to tell you, I'll just be telling you who I am and what Girls for Climate is, and the 2019 Climate Captain Program. And then we'll have, I want to hear from you what you think about the whole program and how we should work together. So yeah, my name is John Hillary, like I told you on the email, and we have been having phone calls. So I'm really excited to see you guys today. So, oh, someone is writing in my PowerPoint. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, my name is John Hillary, and I'm a climate action campaigner. I've been with Girls for Climate for about 4 years now, and yeah, I'm right now I'm doing communications, and we are doing like you must have noticed on social media, we have the Climate Captains program that has started today. So that's me. And Girls for Climate is a social movement on climate that promotes climate action. So we have climate action is the center point of everything that we do, but we do that in various ways. We have the Young Environmentalists program, which teaches children and students on how to act on climate. But we also have other programs like, for instance, the Climate Queen program, which infuses fashion, art, design, beauty pageants to simplify the message of climate action. Not just talk about climate science, but to also have the lighter side of the actions that we do. Yeah, so practically that's what we are doing. There's a lot more, but right now I want us to focus on those two things. And I want to tell you about the 2019 Climate Captains Program. So the Climate Captains Program started last year, and what Climate Captains do is to promote climate action in their community. And when we say their community, we mean it could be a school, it could be their workplace, it could be anything, any sort of like, maybe they are amongst their friends or their church, anything. So climate captains help people to understand what climate change is and how we can. Ambrose, you saying something? I see you've raised your hand. Ambrose, you mean to say something? Okay, I'm thinking you raised your hand by mistake. So we shall have time to ask questions later. And Brian, Senior, welcome to the call. It's good to see you also. So yeah, to kick, Ambrose, you're saying something, but your audio is, I can't hear you, Ambrose. Okay, Ambrose, can you instead just type in the chat box because your audio is low, we can't hear you. Okay, I'll just give you time to type and then we can see what that is later. All right, so I was talking about the Climate Captains program. So the program started last year, but it mostly worked around Ginger because the Young Environmentalist program, which I told you earlier, was working around Ginger schools. So this year, we thought the program can work far beyond Ginger. And as I noticed, I think Ambrose, you must be in Lira, Brian is in Kampala, and so is Deborah. We have a few other people from other places. So we think that from wherever you are, you can still enable your community to act on climate. You can still provide climate leadership in your community. So we want this to be an opportunity for all of us to do that. So at Girls for Climate, we're going to give you all the resources that we think you need to do this, in your community. So yeah, that's what it is about me, and that's what we are going to do. That's what we're going to do through this phone call. And like I told you, Girls for Climate is a social movement. And the reason we take on this name is because girls, amongst other people, are some of the most vulnerable to climate change. And I've gone through most of this stuff without sharing the slide, but I hope you can relate when you read. And I just want to say something, that anyone can be a climate captain no matter what you do and no matter where you are. We can always discuss and see how in your particular context you can help your community to provide climate leadership for your community. Yeah, but I want to say just a very special thing, that the climate captains that we're having this year, you guys and the other climate captains you're having this year, will be, how this is going to work is that you identify the community in which you are and see a place in where you can provide climate leadership. So that could be your church, it could be, and I don't want to think for you, you can always think on things on your own. It could be your school, a school around you, or your group of friends, or anything. And you can always help them to understand, to break down climate change and climate action for them. Yeah, and we are thinking that climate captains should always at least engage in either 1 or 2 activities a month. So it could be, you can only think about activities on your own, but it could be something like maybe a discussion, a symposium, teaching people on climate change. It could be, we shall send you the options of activities that we think you could engage in, but you can also come up with your very own that you think can work, and then we can always see how to reach a compromise. So that's it about me and about us. And I just want to see. I also want to share with you what we can do as Girls for Climate to enable your work as a climate captain go on smoothly. So, like you notice, this is a volunteer opportunity. I am a volunteer too at Girls for Climate. So our remuneration is not like super, is not streamlined. Like we don't have, what do they call them? We don't have salary scales and all that kind of stuff because we are all volunteers at Girls for Climate. But as much as we are volunteers, we still need things that help us do our work. So now that's what we want to do for the Climate Captains program as well. So if you can see the slides that we have on the screen right now, you notice that it says a few things about four. You will be listed on the Climate Captains map that has been running since last year. So people from all around can see where you are and what expertise you have, and they can always come to you for advice or anything. You'll be on the Climate Captains map. You get to see how the Climate Captains map works. You receive when we say Girls for Climate goodies, what we actually mean is like Girls for Climate t-shirts. We have Girls for Climate banners. Sometimes we have scholastic materials for those who are working in schools, because sometimes it's nice to give. If you're working in schools, you could always give kids a few things that they can that help them in their work. Then at the end of the program, most definitely you're going to be certified. And then also the other thing about climate leadership is that whether or not you know about climate science, Girls for Climate will always give you the information resources that you need. So you don't need to say, oh, I don't know about science, I don't know about climate change. We will be with you all through the journey, and you can be and you can have all the information you need to do climate action. So yeah, that's about it. And I want to tell you that time is almost up. We need to start almost right now because climate change is the biggest crisis we have in our time today, and we need to do everything we can. We need to rest with time to act on it. Something else maybe that I think I left out. We have campaigns that are running. We have been running the the birthday tree campaign. I don't know if you've heard about it, where we give people trees on their birthdays. Um, give people trees on their birthdays. So first of all, when your birthday comes up, you definitely have trees from us. But we actually give out fruit trees. But in your community as well, your friends, your family, or the people you're working with, if they have birthdays, you just let us know, and then we can always send them trees on their birthdays. We have climate action clubs, but that we shall have to discuss more when we when we meet. So that's about it. I wanted to share with you. But in a few minutes, I just want to hear from you what you think about the program. And then on Friday, we shall have another call because following this email, we are going to have, following this phone call, we are going to have an email which will give you more details on the program. And I expect to hear from you on Friday about how we can get the program rolling. So can I start with you, Deborah? I want to hear from you what you think about anything. I told you almost everything about myself, so I want to hear from you. Then we can get started. Deborah, can you go now?
Not now. Hello?
Sorry?
Like, how do you start with the whole, how do you involve people in it?
Okay,
Like
Deborah,
the
I
whole
can't hear you quite well now. I'm going to do this. Just to get the quality of this call done very well, I'm going to request us to, because it's just four of us right now. I'm going to request us to turn off our videos, and then we can continue having a voice discussion. How is that for everyone?
Okay.
All right, I'm turning off mine first. All right, so Deborah, let's go.
I'm asking,
Yes, Deborah.
mm, like, how would you involve the community? Since some of us, we're not like in schools. Involving a school is a bit easy, but some communities don't have schools within them.
Okay, Deborah, I get that. Thank you. The Young Environmentalist program has been running in school, but it doesn't have to run in school. Deborah, just a second. What did you say you do again?
Me,
Yeah.
right now I'm not doing anything. They're just temporary things.
Okay, yeah, Deborah, but you definitely have friends around. You have a church community. You have
Yeah.
a school in your neighborhood that you can walk to and say, for instance, about 3 years ago, I used to just walk to a school and help the kids animate their environment club. So there's still so much you can do. But if you still have a problem identifying what you can do, we can engage maybe later on after this call, and then we see how best you can serve. Huh?
Okay.
All right. So, and if, in case there's nothing else, can we hear from Ambrose and Brian later? Ambrose, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, I am having an Ambrose. Just an Ambrose. Oh my God. We'll just have Brian go first, and then we shall have Ambrose come later. Oh, Brian just left. Ambrose, can you hear me now? Wow. Ambrose. Okay, Ambrose, if you turned off your video, you probably have a better voice reception. Okay, I because Brian just moved out of the call, and Ambrose, and I can't hear you well, Ambrose. I'm going to give you a call later individually. Ambrose? Okay, I hear you now. Good.
Okay, basically, to me, my question would be like this.
Yes, Ambrose?
Hello?
Yes, Ambrose, I hear you.
Um, how would we actually, in case we come out with these activities, right?
Yes.
Let's say we come out with the activities in a community or a school.
Yes, Ambrose.
How do we begin implementing these activities without maybe, let's talk about passing the message of climate change or activities that are actually climate related, you get?
Yes.
And we don't really have access to these materials. Maybe for the start, how do we get to go on with these implementations or activities that we come up with?
Okay.
And how, or like you said like we can come out with like about 2 activities in a month.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I was wondering how we can actually be able to do the actual implementation, because basically it's not difficult to mobilize like maybe the community or the school members, or approach the school administration and authorities with this idea. I believe they can be of really good support to it.
Okay, yes, Ambrose,
But the problem would now be that what do we have at hand? How do we start implementing?
Okay, yes, Ambrose, there's a point you said you didn't hear me well, but I said we will be sending, we are going to engage, we have an information resource bank, so we are going to be sharing information with you all the time. We are going to have someone who walks around with the climate captains, and you'll have the information that you need. If we have to meet individually, we shall have to do that. And if we can't meet individually, we shall do it electronically. So we are going to send you the information. So about information, you don't have to worry. And about approaching schools, we definitely we are going to journey with you all the way. You're not going to do this on your own, yeah? Are you there, Ambrose? Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh, yeah, okay, thank you. So yeah, we are going to journey with you all the way.
I'm listening.
Yeah, so we are going to journey with you all the way. You're not going to be alone, and we have the information that you need. The only problem
Mr. Eli,
is in the same place, so we cannot.
Can you?
Yes, Ambrose. Okay.
Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Okay, fine. The problem that we're not in the same place, so we cannot have a 5-day training like the one we have in Ginger, but we are going to tailor our own training for the online team, yeah? So yeah, we are with you all the way, don't worry. Resources, yeah? Yeah, so
okay.
I think, Ambrose, I'm going to give you a call later because our reception has not been very good with you. I think the network, so we shall have to discuss that later. But for Deborah, I'm guessing that everything is. Deborah, is there anything else that we need to talk about, you think?
No. Because of anything, I'll let you know.
Okay. So so just before we finish this case, this call, we have another call coming up on Friday, just to touch base with you. It will still be. This has been 20 minutes. We still have one of 20 minutes on Friday, just to touch base with you. But following this call, I'm going to send you an email with some resources, and all through the week, I'm requesting you to identify opportunities of climate action in your community, and how you think you can provide climate leadership. So on Friday, in the Friday call, I think I've spoken too much this time. So on Friday, it will be you guys seeing how best we can work together in your community to steer climate action, and yeah, we'll have that on Friday. And for the people who did not attend this call, I'm going to give them a call later. And in case you want a recording of this call, I'll send you a link on how to download it on your emails later.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much. I want to wish you guys a blessed day, and I'll hear from you again on Friday.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye. Goodbye for now.